Sup everyone, Major Darkscream here, and it's been a while since I uploaded anything new on my Blip TV account, almost a month ago, but I feel like expressing some little quickie opinions on the Tenchi franchise as a whole. Some of you already know that I am a fan of this Tenchi Muyo franchise, but how much do I like about it and what parts do I not like about it, whatever. I'm going to do some little quickies on some of the shows and some of the spin-offs, and maybe in the future I will further expand on these. But for now, I'm going to start by talking about the original OVA series. The 13 episode OVA series is just simply known as Tenchi Muyo, at least in the western region it is. And it translates to No Need for Heaven and Earth. Originally, I did not catch the series in its chronological order when it was airing on Toonami. I started around episode 10, and then watched episodes 11, 12, 13. Then, of course, Toonami had to air Tenchi Universe and Tenchi Tokyo right afterwards, before it could rerun the original series again. I wish I can cover the story a little better, but like I said, this is a little quickie series of review of opinions, so I'll just try to be as brief as possible for the story. It's basically this: Tenchi is a prince from another planet in a galaxy far away, and he's accompanied by a space pirate, two princesses, a scientist, a galaxy police officer, and a half bunny, half rabbit, half spaceship. Yeah. Not only that, but all of the characters have a little font. Alright, I'll just be blunt. They have the hots for Tenchi. They do. It's a harem series, but it also has some sci-fi action series bits in it, such as the fact that it takes a lot from Star Wars, especially lightsabers and stuff, but then again, what the hell doesn't these days? And you know what, overall, I still enjoyed the series. I love the humor, I love the characters, the soundtrack, even the antagonist, and the story. I was really engaged into it, and I could say this is the show that made me the anime fan I am today. Then there was the TV series Tenchi Universe, sometimes it's known as Tenchi Muyo TV. And now, while the quality wasn't as good as the OVA series, I still very much enjoyed the hell out of that series as much as the OVA series. Now, the story had similar elements, but there were some obvious changes from the OVAs. For example, Washu in the TV series was the one who was imprisoned in the Masaki Cave for 700 years, as opposed to Ryoko. Also, some of the characters, especially Mahoshi and Washu, they don't have as much romantic interest towards Tenchi. Most of that's safe for Ryoko, Ayeka, and most of the time Sasami. And then they also introduce another character, Kioni Makibi, who is Mahoshi's partner in the Galaxy Police, and she's quite the opposite of Mahoshi, where Mahoshi is happy, cheerful, and really stupid. Kioni is smart, but she's usually depressed and really, really hates her job, mostly because of Mahoshi and her oh-so-wonderful track record there. More on that in the future. And then there was also another character introduced. Ryoko had a rival, a bounty hunter named Nagi, and I actually enjoyed that character a lot. The series lasted 26 episodes, which is pretty average for a lot of anime TV shows back then, possibly today. I don't know, I see that they chopped the length in half. But overall, I still enjoyed the series, and I recommend it as much as the OVA series. I hated Tenchi in Tokyo. It's been a while since I've seen that series, because I could never find it on DVD, never since Genion collapsed. But I did watch it on Toonami, and boy, I really hated that series a lot for a ton of reasons. One, it was another alternate retelling of the series, which, you know, if you have a second one, a second alternate retelling, you're kind of pushing it. And I didn't even know it was an alternate retelling until 5 or something episodes in. I thought it was like a bad sequel to Tenchi Universe or something. But the artwork was just horrid. The soundtrack was not as good as the soundtrack from the OVA TV series. Hated the character Sakura, the love interest for Tenchi. I'll cover that if I ever get the chance to. And the main villain, and the fact that she, summons Power Ranger villains every episode, yeah. I just did not like that antagonist that much. And not only that, but her hair looks like a box of French fries. And I'm sorry, I can't take anyone seriously if they look like a side order from McDonald's. I really can't. Well, Tenchi did have 3 movies under its belt. 2 of them are from the Tenchi universe continuity, while the second one out of that 3 was part of another canon that's somewhat associated with the OVA series, but it stemmed out after, like I said, it's pretty complicated. But I did review all 3 of those movies about a year ago, but I might have to re-review them because I lost those videos on YouTube, and I do apologize. But hey, the re-reviews might actually turn out to be better. But yeah, I did like all 3 movies. I don't think I have any particular order of which one I like more over the other one, but I think my top favorite could be the second movie. Then there was a third set of OVAs that was released years ago, and you could tell by the new art style looking more modern than it did as opposed to what it did look like back in the 90s. Now, I only saw but 2 episodes so far, and by the second episode I just had to turn the whole show off and take a break again because of all the mind-boggling plot twists and ass pull, and it could almost very well ruin my interest in the series if it keeps going down the path, if I continue watching these episodes. Again, I might expand on that in the future. But so far, I'm not liking the third OVA series that much. I'm really not. I really wish I could, but I can't. Then there's Tenchi Muyo GXP, and I have never seen that series, nor do I have any plans to do so in the future. The whole idea of a spin-off series starring Tenchi's friend that just looks like Tenchi but isn't Tenchi is kind of dumb. That's why I'm probably not going to give it a chance. Moving on. Then there were a couple magical girl spin-offs simply known as Pretty Sambe. There was a 3-episode OVA series that I have that was part of the Mohoshi special double feature, and then there was the TV series. I only saw a couple episodes of the TV series. It looked average so far, but I didn't finish watching it. The OVAs, they were okay, pretty good, as well as the Mohoshi special that came with it, even though they're both just downright silly and ridiculous. And I do have that on my to-review list sometime in the future, so keep a lookout for that. And of course, there was the Pretty Sammy made appearance in Tenchi Universe in the Journey Through Time and Space series, and I might review the Time and Space 3-parter as well. Then there was the Sami Magical Girls Club. I saw 1 episode of it online, then I continually beat myself over the head with a hammer trying to forget that show. Okay, moving on. And finally, this is kind of weird, but there was an anime series called Dual Parallel Trouble Adventure, which was made by the same people who made Tenchi. And it's basically Tenchi meets Evangelion. I remember watching it on Tech TV, and then I heard that it's supposed to be canon or part of the same universe as the original OVAs. How that's physically possible boggles my mind. As good as the show Duel is, I can't imagine it having any connections to the Tenchi franchise. I really can't. So there you go, my little quick 2 cents on everything Tenchi related. excluding the mangas. Sorry about that. But with that said, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you wish, and Dark Scream signing out.